Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Adams Rite R603-31-MP retaining ring. They call it a multi-pack. That's what MP stands for. It means it's a package of 10. If you ever see MP in an Adams Rite part number, that means when you buy one, you're getting a bag of 10, or a package of 10, multi-pack. So this retaining ring is here. And admittedly, it's unclear where this goes, but we're going to attempt to decipher where this goes. Small little retaining ring. You would use, and I forget the name of the pliers, that when you grip them, it will open up the two small insert tool heads that you have there to be able to stretch that ring open. You'll commonly see these used in applications where you're trying to hold something within something else, like a sleeve or a cylinder. Within a housing or some sort of a plug, and you'll place that onto the back to hold that there. But where I see it commonly, very likely with Adams Rite, is in trim. Trim that would be applied to a lock. So that trim that is there, you'll have a spindle that will go into the back side of the trim. Well, the trim itself needs to stay on its plate, and they'll very commonly use a retaining ring for that. Let's take some basic dimensional properties of this retaining ring. Not going to be a whole lot to say about this dimensionally, but its outside diameter is 0.343. 0.343 outside diameter. The ID, perpendicular to where you would install it, 0.285. 0.285 on the ID. The thickness of this retaining ring, 0.025 thick. Let's switch now to the screen view and see if we can decode where this retaining ring comes out of. Okay, here's the item that we are here indeed looking at. And we have some photographs here we can quickly look at. Your packaging, your package of rings. Okay. Now, let's take this part number, R603-31. Admittedly, I don't know where it comes from, but let's take a look. Click here to the link to the manufacturer's page. Then up over here, you'll have a parts manual. Let's take a look at that. And with any luck, we'll find this retaining ring. And we are in luck. I'm very glad that we did. And I'm glad because many parts are not in published parts diagrams. And thankfully, this time we have. So I did a Control F or find function on my keyboard, that I pasted my part number, and there it is, retaining ring, part number 6. They don't so yeah, depending on what the model is, that retaining hardware may be different, so they'll either have a screw or a retaining ring depending on what you're attaching it to, apparently. Oh, okay, so here it is. It is described in the table. So here, past production. So obviously there was a design change where at one point they used a retaining ring. So if you're working on this 3300 series exit device and you see you need a retaining ring for the cam, yeah, it's an older model. 3300 series, 8300 series, which I think the only difference is rated and non-rated. And then, of course, the 8400 series as well. Shows up there again. Retainer ring. There's your part number. So that dispels the mystery as to where it comes from and why it's used. 3300, 8300, 8400 older devices clearly. So this is 73 pages worth of parts breakdowns for Adams Rite material. So a very handy document. Speaking of handy documents, on that manufacturer's page, you'll be able to review their full product catalog. Okay. Other encyclopedic documents that are here, we have one called Adams Rite Cylinders. So, okay, so this document shows the 3 types of cams that you can bump into when it comes to Adams Rite products. Now, you're almost always going to bump into the standard MS cam, which is this one here, and it will feature these dimensions. That's just the Adams Rite cam is what they call that. But there are two other cams. I bump into the 4070 deadlock, where they need a standard cam that's a little bit shorter. But then on the 2331 deadlock, you need yet a third cam. I don't see this one very often. I see this one hardly anymore. But this is the one you're going to use all day. But the point of pointing this out, my purpose, do not assume it's an MS cam. Don't assume. There are two other locks that do not take this cam, the 4070 and the 2331, or 2331. Okay. Other documents on this page will be left for you to discover. So very handy sort of resources that we keep on there. The entire product catalog is here and is very helpful because it's 200 pages of exit devices, electric strikes, hardware for aluminum storefront, a variety of other types of specialty locks, locks for sliding aluminum doors that you'd see in residences and in homes. Residences and on boats. You have bottom rail deadlocks. You have cylinder-operated flush bolts. You have a variety of thumb turns that can work on these unusual locks. You have electronic access, code access locks. So a very handy book to review. I use it not only to pull up a part number, but I also use this catalog as a idea book as well. It helps me solve problems because I can leverage the Adams Rite product line to do so. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, the name Adams Rite is synonymous with the aforementioned product groups. Very good quality company in the sense that, I ask them technical support questions with frequency. There will be a part number that is just not clear what the difference is between the 01 and the 02. And without fail, they always respond. And while I very often have a follow-up question to clarify, they always respond to that as well. And to them, I say thank you very much. Any questions on the Adams Rite R603-31-MP, retaining ring multi-pack, pack of 10 really, or any other Adams Rite product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.